Just right. How about that?
All right. Hey, everybody.
All right, y'all. So we are starting out with the webcam on the laptop tonight since we had issues with the phone. So the picture is not as good as it is with the phone. And y'all know that we've had Wi-Fi issues with this before. So the phone is ready on standby just in case. Let's just see how it goes. If everything went smooth on our live, y'all would stop watching.
I think so.
Yeah, you'd lose interest. So we have to have something going on or it's not worth watching.
That's right.
Margie is waiting for the reveal of the new addition to the farm. Margie, you missed a video.
Posted on Facebook this morning and YouTube yesterday.
Well, she's on YouTube. So there was a video yesterday that showed the new addition to the farm.
Well, we're going to talk about it.
You may have missed one, but we're going to blow the surprise for you on this live probably.
All right, Christina made it again.
All right.
Hey, Jody.
I'm sorry if I'm not saying everybody's name because there's several in here, and it scrolled past me, and I don't want to do like a lot of them and get way behind. I'm not going to mention any names, Kevin, but he may not be on tonight. If he's not, they have been posting updates today, and if y'all don't know who I'm talking about, it's Kevin and Kimberly with Grounds Family Farm. We asked for prayers for them. They've put out their updates, so I can pass it along if you haven't seen it. She did great with her surgery.
Well, some might not know what's going on.
So Kimberly with Grounds Family Farm had brain surgery this morning. To
alleviate some extreme migraine.
I can't say what that is. Yeah. It's some kind of malformation, but she had surgery. Everything is fine. We had asked for prayers for them. We've been in prayer for them. And just from Kevin's updates, and I'm giving what he put out on his community page.
Yeah.
I got texts this morning when they were going in and when she came out, and everything was good. But I'm just repeating what he put on his community page, that everything's fine. The doctor did exactly what he was expecting to have to do.
It was uneventful.
Yeah.
That's what we want, was uneventful.
I asked him, I said, well, did they say it went well? Because they were closing her up when he texted me. And he said, well, it went as planned. So if they planned for it to go well, then yes. But that at least told me he was in good spirits. He was upbeat about it. So
I know he had to be nervous.
I'm sure he was. And I know they've got a long couple of days ahead of them for recovery and stuff. But y'all, please continue to pray for Grounds Family Farm.
She's got a lot of healing. She can't do any bending or lifting or anything like that for several weeks. So he's going to have to pick up a lot of her slack, and they've got family that's going to be stepping in to help, but she's going to be fine.
Yeah, but y'all just make sure to please stay in prayer for them. And if you don't follow Grounds Family Farm, then if we're beating you to it, we're beating Eddie family to it, because Eddie family keeps sending everybody over there.
Yeah.
If we're beating Brandon Eddie to it, then tell them Chestnut Hill sent you.
That's right.
If you've already gone over there for Brandon, then great, that's fine. But
they actually brought home Blizzard, who is Hoss's brother.
That's right.
From the Eddies when we all went back in March.
Yeah, if you've been watching Hoss grow up on our farm, they have
Blizzard.
Yeah, they have the other brother.
Yep.
And you can watch him grow up on their farm.
And they got the sweetest girls, Izzy and Abby, and it's like watching Rhett and Chance, you know.
I don't know if it's that bad.
But they are good people. Good people.
Good friends of ours. Mm-hmm. But Diane said she met Grounds family at the expo this year.
Yep.
We actually
They ain't Lucy.
I don't think we met them at the expo the first year. I don't think. We may have.
Not the first.
We met them at the Creators Conference.
Well, see, I don't remember them from then.
I do remember
them last year.
Hey, Kara, there's a local friend snuck in
Kara,
here.
We met them. I remember them last year because we were setting up chairs when we were measuring the distance of chairs.
Oh, yeah, that was the setup for the expo
last year. That's when I officially met them, and we all set up chairs and measured them together.
Yeah, I knew them a little bit from the Creators Conference.
Well, I didn't talk to anybody then.
No, you didn't talk to anybody, but I did. And, just it was a quick meeting kind of thing. So it really didn't build until last year at the expo.
Yep.
I'm trying to catch up. Lori is feeding the goat. She'll be here shortly. She at least checked in. She don't want that late feed Kevin's always talking about.
Let her. It's better to have a late feed than a no-show.
That's exactly right.
So how are we? I see somebody asked, how are we? How are we?
Well, how are we? Well, I was at the farm working, and you guys know we live about 7 miles from our farm. I was at the farm working. I went straight there from work. Zoe had already been there when she got the kids from school. They went out there, and they left before I actually got there, headed home because she had some stuff to do. And I was about to make a lap down to the barn and looked at the clock on my radio, and it was 6:30. I'm 7 miles away, and we have a live starting at 7.
Yeah.
I probably need to get my butt toward the house.
So you got home, and I said, start the grill. We're cooking after we do our live.
Yeah. So Chance was out there kind of cleaning it up, and I went out to make sure he hadn't missed anything and got it turned on. Yeah. So
all is good, though. We are doing just fine, I think. Everybody at the farm is doing good. No issues. You want to talk about our new additions? So everybody had their guesses, and nobody guessed.
Nobody, and I told y'all you wouldn't guess it. And I actually had somebody ask me, why more peacocks?
I saw that. It's Jason and Brooke not doing the job. And they are doing fantastic.
Jason and Brooke are just fine. Jason is not quite old enough to breed yet. He's got one more season.
Uh-huh.
Well, this peacock that we just got is only a year old, so he's not going
to help that
age as
either. Jason, right?
He's actually probably a little younger than Jason.
Yeah.
But the peahen that we got, the solid white one, which we're going to have to run a poll or something for names. I don't know how we're going to do that yet.
Hey, Christy Jones.
I've got people sending names, but I want to run a poll or a contest or something. We got to figure that out.
Because we still haven't named them.
They're not named. But we've got the white peahen who is mature. She's
3 years old, and she's a laying hen.
Yeah. She's actually older than Brooke.
Uh-huh. Brooke's 2. No, Brooke's almost 3. August she'll be 3.
Yeah. But so there's Kevin. So the peahen is a little older than Brooke, and the peacock is a little younger than Jason. But we wanted to add in some more colors.
Yes. Karen
said, are you not worried about the 2 peacocks fighting? Yes. We are. But Kevin, who just showed up, Grounds Family Farm that we were talking about, they have 3 peacocks
in one
pen. Mm-hmm. And they look like they do okay. I don't know.
But I wonder if you have a female added to the mix, if they'll
could change things up some.
But I don't think it's going to be too much different than having multiple roosters. You know, he said they all get along.
Probably not, because
we have lots of room. They're not going to be.
They're in a coop right now because you have to do that with peacocks.
Only the new ones.
They have to stay in there several weeks. But our peacocks just roam the farm at will. So they're not going to be contained together. I think they're going to be okay. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, and if it comes down to it, we'll pin some of them up. We'll pin a couple of them up.
The good thing is that they're going to be somewhat used to each other because Jason and Brooke are staying right there at that coop.
Yeah, they do. They circle it all the time.
Looking in there.
They do.
So, I'm going to interrupt this a minute. Kevin, how's Kimberly feeling? Or is she awake yet? I'm going to give him a chance to answer because I haven't texted him again. I knew she was going to be in recovery in a while, and he needed to take some time to handle all that. I do hope that, and Kimberly's not going to be happy about it because she already told me I needed to shut up on their live last night. I really hope that he got a good reel of her waking up out of anesthesia.
No.
Steve said Keeping It Dutch put theirs together today.
Well,
ours are not going to be pinned up. They're going to be loose.
Yeah, so we've got to keep ours pinned up. I don't know how other people do it, but we know, we do know.
He put his male in with 2 females and 1 male from the auction.
Yeah. So he brought his male into a pen with the ones he got at the auction.
No number 3 yet.
No, yes. Somebody asked if he had done the number 3 update. One Scott asked.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He might not want to do an update right now.
No, he might not. I was just asking if he wanted to say how was she feeling, but
they did it on a live. Oh, well, that's cool. I'll have to
go back and watch
because that's what he's saying.
Dutch did it on live? Okay, I haven't
seen it. We'll go back and watch it then because I'm curious to see how somebody else did because I know that others have males and bringing a male in,
But I'm not going to put the other 2 in the pen with them.
No,
I don't plan on having anything to do with that.
No, but I do think that once they get out, they'll probably all run together. So because they're staying right there beside their pen all the time. But if we keep them separated, it'll be easier to control the colors for breeding too, and be able to find the eggs. Well, the boys won't be old enough anyway, so that's not going to matter.
It'll be next season before we have it.
So we might try to do that when it gets closer to breeding season.
We'll see.
I'm not excited.
I'm not really worried about controlling the colors.
Well, no, I mean that's true. And if we do, then we can put them all in there. She says she put all her peacocks together as soon as she got home from the auction the other day. She must have bought something when we wasn't looking.
Well, considering that Lori never even bothers to get a bidding number. I don't think we got to worry about that.
I'm sure hers are all getting along just fine.
Just great, yeah.
But she probably didn't even have to pin them up.
It's the same as you would do integrating chickens. You can have a pen and have your others that are free ranging, getting around the pen and getting used to them. That way, when you do put them all together, you don't have so many issues.
It's not like a shock.
Yeah. So I think that Jason and Brooke being right there around that pen is going to help matters a lot. I think.
Yeah.
I may be terribly wrong. I don't know that the peacocks are going to fight any more than the peacock and the guineas and peacock and the roosters and whatever. Jason.
He said, I think they'll all be fine if you put them together.
Yeah, I think so too. But they're all going to be free ranging together anyway.
Yeah, we'll leave them pinned up for about 4 weeks or so.
Let's go 6 because Jason did 4 and it made us nervous because he escaped.
Yeah, he did that on his own. But Brooke was there and he wanted her, and so he was not gonna. He didn't want to go anywhere because she was there.
Right.
But now we just got to figure out what we want to name him. He's gonna have some pretty colors as his tail grows. I hope
he will.
Wouldn't it be cool if some of the eyes were different colors?
That would be cool. I was telling somebody at work about the purple ones. I'll go ahead and give y'all a spoiler. You're going to forget by then. But the next time that I'm personally able to go to that auction, I'm buying a purple peacock.
Well, I didn't know who bought the slate one until I watched Murray's video. Did you know Murray bought the slate one?
I did. Steel.
Yeah, I keep
steel
saying
one.
slate. Y'all, if that steel one is beautiful.
Cliff wanting to name them Lester and Jamie.
Uh-huh.
Y'all, I saw Candy say it a while ago. I actually got multiple comments saying name them Kevin and Kimberly.
Reba said Lori has a tendency to kind of stretch the truth. She spun a big tale about us the other night.
Reba, I heard that awful story that Lori told on us about how we lie. And that Cassie didn't warn her and all this good stuff. I heard all that.
So 3B,
Samantha loves our new peacock.
3B said, is there a benefit for peacocks? Just curious, not a dumb question.
3B is not a dumb question, and I couldn't tell you if there's any benefit for them. They're just nice to look at.
Well,
and we actually got an egg to incubate from Brooke at Cog Hill. That's why her name is Brooke. We hatched that female, but it's like Kevin just said, selling peacock chicks.
Yes.
So when the guys at work said, why did you get more peacocks? Because I wanted different colors. And they continued, well, why does it matter what colors they are? Because the better the colors, the better the price of the chicks.
Yeah. Thing is finding the eggs.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying when it comes time to breeding season and the boys are of age, we might try to hem them up.
Well, I really think that Miss Brooks' eggs are going to be easier to find than those stupid guineas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I just think they will. But we can catch her going to sit on them the same way Brooke does. You just watch for where they're going. Yeah. And that's how we'll find the eggs.
Mm-hmm. But yes, chicks, just like any of your other birds, hatching and selling of hatching eggs and all, there's a benefit there. Other than that, it would be they're loud at night. I think they probably would scare off some predators. They're loud.
I don't know if they scare them off, but they're plenty loud. 3B said I'll have to talk Colton into getting some. Maybe we can come to the auction next year.
I got 2 eggs and hatched 1.
Well, I can tell you, 3B, that they are having another auction in October. This same auction company.
Catherine said to eat your garden.
I personally will not be able to go to the fall one, which has never bothered me before, and I'm kind of disappointed about now after I've been to one. I think the spring is more likely for me, but I know that fall this year is out. Now, there is a good chance that I may talk Zoe into going, but who knows? What is it, the 24th through the 26th, maybe, of October? I put it on my calendar on my phone, and I don't know why, because I knew darn well I couldn't go.
He says no. He'll say no if they eat the garden. Now, we haven't had that issue.
I had zero issue with my peacocks going into the garden. Zero. None.
I had more issues with my escapee donkeys eating my garden than I did
the escapee donkeys ate it all.
Just started. Those guineas.
Kevin said yes, so I must have said the date's right.
Yes.
So I know he put it on his calendar too.
Snakes. Tracy said she might get some. She's having too many snakes this year.
Yeah, that's what you need guineas for.
Said 24 through 26.
Yeah.
That's what she's talking about is the guineas are crazy looking. They help with snakes. They must help with snakes because I haven't seen but one fake one so far. And I'm okay with a fake one if that's all I got to deal with. I'm sure I'm going to walk up on one at some point. I moved a tarp yesterday, and all I could think was it's coming at me.
So there will be a little bit in a video about an actual snake.
That I did not have any dealings with.
But I sent it in a text to Zoe. I simply took a picture of it, sent it in a text, and Zoe says she was shaking so bad she couldn't respond.
I was.
And it was from a picture. Y'all, she didn't see it in person. It was a picture on her phone.
Oh, I did not. I missed that. Crystal said, or Hillary said, how are the alpacas and is Obi eating from our hand yet? So we'll just be kind of transparent about these alpacas.
Don't blow it yet, because that's going to be a video too.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Just talk about them eating.
Okay, well, they're fine. I mean, nothing's wrong with them. But they're doing good. I have not got Obi to eat from my hands yet. The other two, he really wants to. He really wants to, but he's not. The thing is going off like crazy.
It's on the
reel.
The short. They said Tracy found one in the doorway of her greenhouse, and Jean shot it and put a hole in the greenhouse. I haven't seen that yet either.
At all. I am not surprised at all.
Lori said she found two the other day.
No, I can't do it. Can't do it.
If y'all don't know about the reel yet, we used a little toy, and I'm going to tell you that this rubber snake looks so real that it's kind of creepy just holding it, knowing it's a toy. And it came from Littlefoot.
It did. Littlefoot used it as a prank before.
It came from Catherine at G&G Farms. And she said, is that Catherine snake again?
Probably the best $3 investment she's made.
I put it around. I don't care how many comments I get. I'm still going to call wild blackberries blackberries. I know that they're dewberries, but we've always called them blackberries, and they are.
Just say one thing is they are not blueberries, no matter what way you call them.
We got a comment from some guy that called us really stupid and said that we didn't know what we were doing, that those were blueberries. No, blueberries don't have thorns. Those aren't blueberries. It's a dewberry. It grows on the ground. It is a wild blackberry. Google it. It's a blackberry. But
either way,
I put that snake around one of those plants and let Zoe run across it. And if you pay really close attention, you can see Farmer Rhett grinning in the background because he knew it was there. The boys knew. Zoe, however, did not. And I don't think there was any. I don't think there was any language to edit out.
No.
But I'm not completely sure that all your clothes were dry.
Well, I will say I had thorns all in my pants from running backwards through it. They have thornless blackberries. Well, you are blessed.
We planted thornless blackberries out here in the cold garden.
Yeah, these are all wild. The whole pasture, if everywhere that we have not tilled, has blackberries or whatever you call them.
Well, technically,
dewberries.
They're dewberries, but they're a form of blackberry.
Yeah, Christina said, "What's the difference?"
They're just wild, a wild variety.
Yeah, everywhere that there's a little bush that's got all the red vine, the red stem that's real pokey. Anywhere we see those,
that is Zoeism for having thorns. It's pokey.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just explaining.
And if you
some people don't speak Zoe,
it'll have a bunch of blackberries in it.
It does.
So we've learned that when you see red, you push it over with your foot and you get the blackberries.
I thought you were going to throw Rhett to the ground. He almost went down.
Oh, he would have been so mad because he would have fell in them pokies.
Cheryl said, "Wouldn't your goats eat those down for you?" Goats won't eat them. Mm-mm. They won't eat the thorns. Mm-mm. They'll eat the leaves off of them.
And the berries.
And they'll eat the berries. But they just leave this red stick with thorns on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Kim saw one climbing up a tree after a heavy rain. A snake.
That wouldn't do for you to see one climbing up a tree, because then you wouldn't walk under any trees.
Well, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but every time I walk under a tree, I look up to make sure, because in movies, snakes always fall around people's neck out of a tree. So I always look up in the trees to make sure no snakes are up there.
Well, Lori said goats eat a lot less than folks would think.
They do. That is so true.
Zoe's got diva goats, little Nigerian dwarfs.
That is so
Kevin says you need to upgrade your goats to the heavy duty model.
We need the ones that eat tin cans.
Our goats actually ate some thorny material in the woods. They just won't eat the blackberry stems, but they'll eat the leaves and the berries.
That we need, because ours, you see on movies, people's goats eat tin cans and every cars. And,
you keep basing stuff on things you see on movies.
Mine don't do that. Like, they want their food in the bowl. You're not eating more snacks right now. Put it up.
Boy, you are just like your mama.
Put it up. Put it up.
Want snacks all the time.
A snack in each hand.
I know.
Yo, I don't know how I'm gonna feed these kids.
We're gonna fix dinner right after the live. Put them up. When I came in, this child was eating some kind of snack thing.
Hate snacks and frogs. I bet you didn't mean to say that.
I think that's probably gonna be snake.
Oh, that's right. On Andy Griffith's show, that goat ate
dynamite. He dang sure did.
See, mine's not going.
He did eat dynamite. They took him outside town. He blew up. They never actually said that, but that's what they led you to believe.
I had a snake drop into the boat when we were out fishing. Guess who?
I have had that happen, Londa, I had a crankbait hung up in a bush, and I was trying to shake it loose, and a snake fell in the boat. Zoe would have jumped out of the boat.
And, of course, the water would have been infested with snakes when I do. So then I'm just going to die because I will hyperventilate.
I got to tell them what Farmer Rex do.
Oh, tell them.
So I come in from the farm, and typically when I walk in the door, I have this 5-year-old missile hit me in the legs. It really hurts. It's a hard hug.
It is.
I mean, a hard one. Yeah. It's like a turbo hug. I didn't see no red. So I peeked my head in the bedroom door, and there he sits on my bed eating this bag of these little snack things that we got at some truck stop headed home from Oklahoma. Well, he's eating them. Well, I look up just now. Obviously, he has finished that bag because I look up and he's grabbing a bag of cheese puffs out of the cabinet. And no, stop.
Like I said,
he's like his mama. He loves snack food.
Summer starts on Monday, and I don't know how I'm going to feed them.
Zoe,
I'm going to say send snacks.
Zoe never finishes her plate of dinner.
No, I don't finish a meal.
But an hour later, she's going to be eating some kind of snack. Crackers, chips, something.
Something salty. Something salty.
And Rhett is just like her. He will leave a steak laying on his plate to go eat a bag of chips.
Mm-hmm. Pringles.
He's his mama.
Sprinkles.
That boy loves Pringles.
Sprinkles.
He's
a growing boy. My 16-year-old son is the same way.
Love the Eagles. I sort of made it. You two are so comical.
You made
We're
it?
not trying to be comical. This is just our life.
We would be wonderful if we could just have our table was just a spread of snacks all day, like cheese and.
Lori said I'd never leave food on the plate and still go back for a snack. Zoe loves the days that we do, like, y'all, we live in the South. So football days are Saturday. We don't care about football on Sunday. Sunday football is irrelevant. But we watch football on Saturday. And on the Saturdays that we say, hey, you know what? Let's take an easy day. We're going to watch the game. And Zoe makes football food. Mm-hmm. Like,
it's usually the first football game of the season.
Sausage balls and little cocktail weenies with bacon and all that stuff. When she makes all that, if she can make a meal out of that and rotel dip and stuff, then she'll actually eat a meal because it's all snack food. Mm-hmm. You will.
I would.
That's the only time you actually eat a meal. Mm-hmm. I know they have heard us talk about country cottage to death.
But that's so good.
The restaurant in Locust Grove, Oklahoma, that Cassie's kind of in charge of, we ate there twice during our trip. And I would look over at Zoe's plate and I'm thinking, I've got to make myself not go back. But then I look at Zoe's plate and realize I just wasted whatever I paid for this buffet because she ate half a plate of salad and a little bit of this, and she was done.
I was.
If they would put some crackers and chips on that buffet,
Well,
I'd get my money's worth.
You know what's funny is I got a few pieces of spinach and put some cheese and some ranch on it and got me some tomatoes because they're little I could dip in and some croutons to dip in my ranch.
So it was snack food. It was your version of a salad bar snack food.
2 pieces of yams or sweet potatoes. And I don't even know if I got meat.
You probably did.
And I got some corn.
Well, if you didn't get their fried chicken, you were missing out. I did not get
fried chicken.
I can't remember if it was Brandon or Kevin, but when I went a second time, I was like, I came with the intention of getting more chicken, but I'm not going to do it. Because their fried chicken is out of this world.
I love a salad bar. Golly. Like, I can eat a salad.
Now. You like a salad bar if you can get pepperoni and croutons and stuff with a bunch of ranch so you can dip it.
That's exactly it.
You get snack foods off the salad bar.
She said bacon bits is Colton's salad bar. See? That's how Shawnee's has a good salad bar because it's got sunflower seeds and olives and all the little things.
Zoe gets snack food off the salad bar and gets a bunch of ranch to dip it in, and that's her meal. Did you eat the macaroni? I think you got some macaroni.
I might have got a little bit, but me and Little Bear shared macaroni for a little while, and after his Little Bear's fingers got in there, I was all right.
Lori said, my 4th time through the line, I still got some yams.
Lori lives for the yams.
Oh,
me and Little Bear shared.
Well, Lori was probably like us, starving to death because we didn't get anything at the Mexican joint.
It's because we ordered a hamburger.
They wouldn't bring our food. I ordered nachos. They already have chips ready.
Can y'all tell we're getting hungry?
Yeah.
Here we are.
Well, I started out making fun of your snacking. I'm going to stop talking about food. Talk about the video.
She likes my quirks. Apparently, you like them too. You talk about them a lot.
What?
My quirks.
Oh, I get a kick out of them. You guys are the best.
Our video.
We talked about the peacocks a little, but you haven't really talked about your chickens.
Yeah.
Your new chicken venture.
My new chicken venture. I'm taking on Cassie's chicken venture because she had 2 sets of the American breast chickens. And so I bought half of them off of her and brought them home. We don't see the American breasts around here. So I'm going to see if there's any market for them and sell some hatching eggs, maybe even hatch some. But I thought they were pretty neat because they're hardy. And they're not a mixed breed. So that was something I was interested in too. I love a backyard mix of egg layers, but I wanted to have some kind of breed specific for hatching eggs.
Well, here's the thing about those is.
Thanks, Kayla.
Londa asked, don't they grow out really quick? Not really. They probably grow a little quicker than your typical chickens.
These are a dual-purpose bird.
Well, there's lots of dual-purpose birds.
They're well known for
so
being a
this is a meat bird that actually lasts long enough to lay eggs.
Yes.
So a Cornish cross they're not going to make it long enough to lay eggs.
No.
Now, you can cut way back on their protein and try to stretch them out a little bit. I've read of people trying to do that, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
These are meant to
have longevity,
continue to lay.
Yeah.
But they're also a meat bird. And from my understanding, the flavor is supposed to be sought after by your higher end restaurants.
Kevin said 16 to 18 weeks on males to get.
So, which is going to be a little faster than, say, a barred rock.
Oh, yeah.
Which is going to be laying at 25 weeks. So, yeah, they're probably going to grow a little faster, but they are a well-known meat bird for higher-end restaurants. And we'll see. I really think, and Kevin and I were having this conversation, I really think that if we were to process one, I'm going to have to see for myself, but I think we're going to lose the texture of the Cornish cross because they're going to be older, which is what happened with our Red Rangers.
Right, yeah.
The red broilers, you lost that texture that you get from raising the Cornish cross, which is a huge selling point to our customers.
Yeah. So the Red Ranger had really good flavor, but the texture of them would be much better for a long stewing bird, a long cooked bird.
Yeah.
It would be good for like chicken and dumplings where you're going to cook it in a long, slow process versus I'm going to cut it up and have it fried chicken for dinner.
Right.
It would need to be a longer, slower cook, but the flavor was much better.
So she's asking, why are they more sought after? It's the flavor. If you go to a restaurant and you order chicken,
hey, Lorraine.
I'm just going to lay this out there. This is how I explained it to people when we first started selling broilers. If you go
through a blender.
If you go to a restaurant and you order chicken, or you go to the grocery store and you buy chicken, it doesn't have a flavor.
Right.
It don't have one. Chicken tastes like what you season it with, period.
Yes.
And you're not going to tell me any different. Chicken tastes like what you season it with. That's it. People say so-and-so tastes like chicken. Well, that means it don't taste like anything then. It don't have a flavor. True chickens that we're raising free range on grass actually has a flavor.
Unseasoned. Yeah.
The Red Rangers had more flavor than Cornish cross. The American breast is supposed to be an even better flavor. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. Kevin will have to tell me. They raise them too if I'm even saying the word right. I'm saying it the way Cassie says it, so it's probably wrong. But however, but I've got to test and see how this texture is because I don't know. But I can tell you that our selling point on the Cornish cross was the fact that they would have an actual flavor, which they do, and the fact that the texture is not stringy.
You see what Kevin just said?
I did some research on it's breast, and a few resources said you have to finish them a certain way to get the texture and taste to be like they get in France, finished on buttermilk or something.
Which makes sense.
That's kind of plays into the experiment that I wanted to do this year. I read and actually one of our friends that used to raise broilers told me this. They fed their chickens goat milk, raw goat milk. And not only did they grow faster, the texture and flavor was even better. And if Kevin is saying that, then if we were to process those breast chickens, I may try finishing them on goat milk and see how that does. Yeah. But they were adding goat's milk to their feed, and they finished out faster with a better flavor, and they were actually selling to a restaurant. So I may have to try that.
Ginger said she had laying houses. She'll never eat anything you purchase with chicken in it, and the birds we're raising are amazing.
If she had a commercial chicken house, it's a lot
Chris
different.
Is saying texture like more meaty.
So, Chris, I will say the way I had it explained to me and what I read about it long before we were raising them, they called it a sawdust texture. So it's not stringy. It's like any other meat that you would eat without having to need a toothpick after every bite. chicken, store-bought chicken is real stringy. Restaurant chicken is always stringy. This is not.
Mm-mm.
You bite into a chicken breast and you just chew it like any other meat.
Yeah.
Lori, no, we don't milk our goats yet.
Yes.
That is what we've been building our herd with the intentions of doing.
Kevin said we don't milk them, but we're going to train the chickens to nurse them.
We're not milking them yet. I was going to buy goat's milk from a local farm.
From Catherine.
I can't.
Catherine's milking her goats then.
Well, I might can buy it from Catherine then. Or buy it from Brooke. Brooke's milking the heck out of her goats.
Will you scroll up? There's somebody asking questions and I didn't want to interrupt you.
But the point of growing our herd is with the purpose of milking.
Yes, that will be the ultimate. Keep going.
All right, I'm scrolling back through
they're
comments.
Talking about Walker's lost the dog to the coyote. So yes,
JoJo.
We did know about JoJo passing away. He
Kevin said, "Sorry, long day and not a lot of sleep, so everything seems funny right now." I thought it was funny.
So when Cassie let me know, I told her, I said, there's not a better way for a farm dog to go with defending his home and his property the best he could.
That's true. There is some truth to that. I saw some comments on their video, and I haven't gotten to watch the video yet. I was trying to watch part of it, but I did read some comments where people said that JoJo essentially died a hero. He was doing his job.
That's right.
And that's the way. That's a good way to look at it.
It is.
Milk Joe from Cog Hill.
Well, nobody's going to want to drink it, so the chickens
might as well give it to the chickens.
JoJo was super sweet. He was a good dog.
I probably shouldn't have said that in front of Lori because she said instead of buying that capybara, you should have bought a goat from me.
Yeah.
She told everybody on the live that we came home with a capybara.
And I'm sure half of them had to go Google it.
So,
I did.
I had to.
When I saw that big old thing, it was like a giant gopher.
I didn't know what it was.
It was in a huge dog crate.
She told him we had one. There was some guy running around there calling them chupacabras. I was like, what? Boys, that's exotic, all right.
Yeah, it was. That's what I thought.
Hey, Karen.
It looked like a chupacabra.
Denise was late sneaking in. Reba said I raised some fine hogs on goat milk. I bet.
We want to do that too. Our next go around with it, we're gonna finish them out with goat milk and buttermilk and all that.
We're gonna put it on their feed because that. I read it initially about the chickens, and that got me thinking. When we get the hogs back, I need to finish them on feed with their milk in it. I bet that's going to be outstanding.
Ginger said a rat is a rat is a rat. Absolutely not.
Ginger, it looks like a big rat, period.
Yes.
It
was scary. If that thing would have launched out of that kennel at me, I would have peed in my pants and run and probably slid and fell. Because that would have been a terrible, terrible thing.
It would have been.
And then I probably would have knocked over the snake cage, and here I go with a tarantula everywhere.
So I was watching Zoe very closely, and she wanted to look at all the animals, but once she realized that there was snake cages, she was done. She didn't go any further.
I walked up and I looked down in a cage, and there was a snake looking at me. And I said, yep.
But it was in an aquarium. It wasn't getting out.
We're getting away from. Let's get out of that.
But I was shocked about Brandon actually walking on through. I wish he was on here because I was surprised. He said, as long as they're in that cage, I'm fine. I said, well, Zoe's not. She can't even look at a picture on her phone.
Well, that boa constrictor or whatever it was in that black cage, and you couldn't see it, so I didn't know where it was.
Y'all, Zoe has, I don't know how to word it
Christina, bugs, snakes, and spiders. They
You-
had it all.
you
They
have
said they had
gotten-
hissing cockroaches last year.
You have gotten wound up just seeing it on TV.
It makes
She
my
hates
skin
it when
hurt.
Daniel shows a snake in the creek.
It makes
she
my
hates
skin hurt.
Somebody said, oh, there it is. Lorraine says, sounds like you're going to need a lot of milk. You're going to have to milk the cows too. We're not talking about bulk amounts, just soaking their feed in it. So it's not a terrible lot, but
I'd say probably a cup or two a day.
if we're going
for the whole
to be
lot.
milking goats, we should have excess milk.
Yeah.
And I will buy it until then. Londa said those things look like a giant nutria. Yes.
What's a nutria?
They're wild, big swamp rats. And she says you can take them to Louisiana and make $1 million. There are some states, and it may be Louisiana, where they have a bounty. The Game and Fish will pay you for each one you take out because they're terribly invasive.
Look, I done got chills.
Christina said just talking about them gives her creepy crazy.
I just got them.
Zoe, Lori wants to know how many goats do you have?
I think 16.
16.
18, 16.
16.
Is that with Littlefoot?
Mm-hmm. Well, is it 17 with Littlefoot? 17 with Littlefoot.
Cliff said we need a zebra. So we actually have there's a doctor here in town that has a zebra, and it gets out pretty often. People are always posting that the zebra's running down the road. She was hoping I was going to bring the spotted donkey home with me. Me too.
Let me tell you that I had plans, and I told y'all from the beginning that I was not taking a trailer.
But
And that was to keep Zoe from doing anything silly. If I had had a trailer, there is a donkey I would have come home with. Number one, because of the price, it was a spotted jack, and I would have brought it home because I would have outbid that person.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a lot.
Mm-mm.
And I actually told Zoe,
It was
and
calm.
Zoe did not smile when I said if I'd brought a trailer, I would took him home. She was not smiling when I said that because she wanted to take the trailer. So she was not thrilled when I said if we had brought the trailer, I'd have took that home. Yeah, the look on her face was not friendly.
I gave him an I told you so in a not friendly way.
Yes, you did.
So talk about our reels since we keep getting these notifications. Our phones are blowing up.
I can't talk about it because that reel's a month old and I have an update. But I will tell them, y'all need to watch for it later on tonight. I know some of you kind of are getting close to bedtime. But I'm going to put out a reel.
And it's funny.
Addressing what we have dealt with the last 2 days.
So,
And it's not serious. It is funny, but
a lot of these people know we take everything lightheartedly. You know, we've dealt with a lot of criticism over the last few months, and
Ginger Half Spotted Jack cost her $20. Well, he's 22 years old now.
wow.
Now they have become such a novelty that you're not finding them for that. I haven't paid a dime for a donkey yet.
Mm-mm.
We've got 3, and I haven't paid anything.
Nope.
But y'all, even when donkeys were for sale, they were like $25 or $50. Now, no. Spotted donkeys,
It's the thing.
about
right
like
now.
mini cows.
It's the thing right now.
And the Walkers went all the way to Texas to get it.
They did.
Walker's new donkey is awesome.
Mm-hmm. He is. He's pretty cool. But the ram is even better.
The Zoe
Benjamin.
loves that little ram.
Benjamin, she walked Benjamin on a leash around the yard, and it was so funny.
I saw one where he was following Gary everywhere he went.
He does. He goes everywhere he
It was
can.
his new sidekick.
Uh-huh.
You have not mentioned the one that y'all made yesterday while I was working in the garden.
Oh, about us. I see Grammy said that she liked the one where Rhett ran through the mud.
I could hear Rhett laughing across a 20-acre pasture.
So
18 acres. But they were at the top by the cows because you saw the cows watching them go by. I was at the bottom of the farm working in the garden and I could hear Rhett laughing. I don't know what they're doing, but it's not good because if Rhett laughs that hard, it's something bad.
yeah. Well, so we got in the garden area in the potager and we worked for a little while.
Hey, Nico.
It might
Or
be
Natalie.
Natalie.
Might be Natalie.
We got in the potager and we got a lot of stuff accomplished yesterday. And so I got on the side by side and we just decided to go for a little stroll. And
Isn't strolling walking? Wouldn't that just be going for a ride?
we went for an evening stroll.
Okay. I thought an evening stroll would be walking.
Anyway, and we was just going around checking on everybody and just talking to them. We weren't just feeding. We were, spending a little time. And we said, well, let's see if we can get the cows to run. Because, you see cows on videos chasing trucks and cars and side-by-sides. And let's just see if we can get Tater to run. She probably needs to let some energy loose. And we hit that little water hole and he said, do it again. So Bubba said, let me video you. So here we go. He's already cackling because the water done sprayed all over us. So we backed up and we did it again. And then we did it again. And we did it again. I'm sure that Tater was like, why do they keep going back and forth and back and forth? Because she was just watching us the whole time. But yeah, he just loved it. And it was fun to be able to just do something funny for a little bit.
I could hear him laughing. I didn't know what y'all were doing, but I was certain that it was not good.
Well, we did get Tater to chase us, so that was funny. And because she was galloping and kicking and stuff, and then we hit that little water hole. That's the only place we got any water holding
the whole farm.
And he loved it.
Lori said, did you notice the Dexter cows selling for as much or more than the bigger cows at the auction? Yeah. The minis sell for more, same as the spotted donkeys.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what I was just talking about. It's the novelty of it.
Having little animals.
It's crazy. Well, Zoe, it's about time for us to wrap up. I don't know that I got 7 more minutes worth of talking to do unless we're just rambling aimlessly.
Well, just know that
which we've already spent 53 minutes rambling aimlessly anyway.
That Nick's gonna put out in a little while is lighthearted because Rhett is viral now.
I am making fun of some of the comments without it being mean. I'm just making fun of some of the comments we've got. Lori said you can talk. Go and talk for 7 minutes, Zoe.
Nick won't be quiet. No, I'm just kidding. You can't be quiet. I don't know what to say. Janet said enjoy dinner and snacks.
She said, we forgetting to do a contest. We're not doing a contest tonight. We got to figure out what we're going to do.
Yeah. I got to come up with some names and then we'll run some kind of contest.
We're going to figure out how to do a poll. We'll either put names out there and do a poll for voting.
Oh, look. Lorraine said her local animal rescue had a calf born. Father was a tiny mini bull. Mother was a full large cow. So there's hope for Ferdinand.
Well, Lorraine, I've heard a little bit about Brooke saying on the live that I was going to make the withdrawal, which I'm not, but we'll figure out how to do it, from Ferdinand to breed Mildred.
Oh my, that would be pretty little.
It's going to have to be artificial because there ain't no way he can reach her. But,
yeah.
Love the Eagles wants to know about Hoss.
He's doing great.
Hoss loves food.
Yeah, he loves petting and food.
Do you know that I don't think he's quite as big as Blizzard?
I don't think so either.
That Blizzard should have been named Hoss. That sucker is huge.
He was big when they got him. He was the bigger of the two.
Lorraine said they think she may have laid down.
Karen said, "Get him a box. Get him a pedestal."
Let him stand on a stool.
She ain't gonna sit there.
I don't know.
I don't know if we put it behind her with some food in front of her.
We may have to see what Ferdinand can pull off because he is not just mini. We have mini Herefords. Tater, as big as she is a mini Hereford,
She's
y'all.
the same size as Dee Dee.
That's right.
And what's his name?
If you had asked me, I could have told
What's
you. My
Judy's?
gosh. Kayla.
Is she still on here? What's Judy's?
Why can I not think of her bull's name?
Is it Dexter?
Dexter. Yeah.
Okay.
So she's the same size as them. They're mini Herefords.
Right.
Poor little Ferdinand is a micro mini.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dexter.
What was the treat Hoss was refusing? So it's this little, it looks like a hamburger and it's supposed to taste like beef and it's like pedigree or some brand like that. And he would lick it, but he wouldn't eat it.
He wouldn't eat it. He never did eat it.
I just finally threw it in the pan and let
Kayla had her hands in the dishwater.
I finally just had to throw it in the pan and let the goats have it.
Uh-huh. Well,
he wouldn't lick it.
Tater's the same size as Dee Dee and Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
And so we suspect that Cinco will be too. But
yeah, she'll be that size.
Ferdinand is supposed to be, but he's older than Cinco.
Ferdinand is older than Cinco by 2 months, and he is still tiny.
Yeah. He's grown a little bit since we've gotten him, but I think he's grown like wider.
A little bit.
Yeah, just not much.
Bless his heart.
Not much.
Lori said it probably tastes like chickens. Why he wouldn't take it?
That's why. Yeah, that's a good thing.
I'm going to try one.
Ooh.
It says it tastes like beef, and it's shaped like a hamburger patty.
I'm gonna let you try it on a live.
It's even got grill marks like a hamburger patty.
You can try one on a live. That'd be something good.
No.
Yeah. Well, there's a will, there's a way. Put the girls in an embankment and hit him at the top. Yep.
I don't know if they taste still. Poor little Ferdinand.
He don't seem like he's got a whole lot of interest there. He sniffs around, but
he sniffs, but I think he knows he can't reach it. He says, "Over my head."
Please make sure you
Kayla, I'm not trying to dog treat her. She was kidding.
No, he's gonna do it on a live.
No, Nick's not. I drank out of the water trough. I'm not eating a dog treat.
Rhett would. He would try.
He would. Tell him it's a snack.
Yeah.
I could tell you it's a snack you'd eat. Zoe, I got some hamburger patty snacks, and she would.
Ain't crackers. Buy the boy a ladder.
We'll try. See what we can do.
All right, guys. It's time to cook dinner. We done talked ourselves hungry.
Yeah, and I got to do it.
No, I'll do it. I'll cook on your grill.
No, you're not. You'll make a mess.
Okay. All right. We'll see you guys on Sunday.
But video.
8 o'clock. We're going to start doing 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. You need to tell them that.
We're going to start doing 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is good for us and our family and our time. And if it plunks. If it plunders. If it.
I have no idea what you're trying to say.
Anyway, we're going to try 8 o'clock.
We found out today that I was cutting my time in the garden way short by it being at 7, and we're already doing it 8 on Sunday, so we're going to try 8 on Wednesday too.
Yeah.
We're already doing 8 on Sunday.
Everybody's telling you bye.
Okay. That's because we told them bye. You just had to update them one more time.
Plops.
Maybe that's it, Lori, is it? Is that what you were trying to say, Plops?
I don't know. It's just coming out, and that's how it came out.
Flops, right. Zoe.
Oh, yeah, that flops. All right.
Bye, guys.